Good afternoon and welcome back to the Quiksilver Pro France, the opening day of competition, the 6th day of the waiting period. It's going to be an even bigger day with elimination round 2 just getting started with Julian Wilson taking on local wildcard Marc Lacomare in exciting conditions with plenty of swell on hand. Until now, Lacomare gets the first wave of the matchup, chooses his backhand weapon. Little draw off the lip into a lofty backhand float. He'll stomp that one and step off.
I'm watching the sport very closely as we do. We'll get back to that. Let's have a look at Marc Lacomare's last ride. And I love this float. And then extends that out there. Just almost hopped over that little crease. Got himself out onto that flat. So a completed ride here for Marc. Nice extension of the body there. And then sort of mid-face turn. Couldn't afford to waste any time. Up and over the lip. Great positioning. And then sort of gives it that little hop. Wow, that was critical stuff there from Marc.
But a lot of room to move with some big 10,000 rated events to come on his home turf in Hawaii with Julian Wilson now up. Carved a float. He's got some room through the froth on the face there. Nice vertical. Messy section, but he irons it out with a finish.
So you can see Julian Wilson's first wave. Marc Lacomare with the 4.67. Julian a little bit better. Nice floater turn. That wave just kind of slowed up for him a little bit. Let him in on that maneuver again and then capitalize at the end, just forcing that last maneuver. Just showing how important this round 2 heat is. One of the best bottom turns in the game has Julian Wilson. Beautiful style as well. This kid's just, for me, he should be in a world title race pretty much every year. Beautiful float. Like the little drop there, just putting the pressure on the back foot. And again, capitalizing through this inside section. And then forcing the last turn. Just making sure he finished on his feet. And a 6.
That speaks a lot of French. So he's basically at home. Watching a split peak. Will stick with Lacomare. And not much on offer. He's going to kick out. We'll find out what Wilson did in just a moment here. Makes these world-class athletes really tick and move and push the sport to higher limits. Coming back with action with the wild card, Marc Lacomare. A beautiful left with some big moves. That rail is nice and tight in the pocket, real smooth, consistent rail lines. Looking for a big finish. Just projects off the float, but he's down. Now Wilson looking to answer on the right. A tough section that just hits him in the face. Wilson's down.
The 4.67 for Marc. Let's have a look at Julian's wave. Good solid set wave, and there's that technique that we talk about. Just one of the best bottom turn, top turn combos in the game. He's got an unbelievable air game as well, but just not quite getting up into the lip there. Marc Lacomare, on the other hand, picked an absolute gem here. Big sort of searing maneuver. And again, that deep bottom turn connecting right in the pocket of the wave. Just a shame that this came to an end here. He sort of raced through the inside. Let's see what happened. Just projected out a little bit, and kind of that front leg just buckled underneath the pressure, but some big turns nonetheless. Look at the style, Joe. Look how strong this kid is. Just holding that rail. The judges are quite a long way away, so this is good surfing as far as letting the judges see that confidence, that power, that real smooth transition between the maneuvers. They're going to eat that up. It's going to be a fairly good score had he finished on his feet. You're on your way to a good result. Obviously round 3 is where you want to be, straight from round 1.
Deep bottom turn from Lacomare. Tags it in the pocket. Section's gonna start running down the line, so he gets out. Finished round 1. This is the first heat of round 2, making eliminations. Marc Lacomare, a guy that Potts has had the privilege to coach in the past, is now getting his 3rd start here at the Quiksilver Pro. He's never made it through this round. We can see how powerful he is when he hits the lip.
Yeah, he's a big, strong boy, and talk about strength. Julian Wilson's no slouch when it comes to being strong, being brave, and going for these big maneuvers. Wilson opened up with a 6.5, got the better of that first exchange. But I'll tell you what, the fight in the wildcard mark.
Right into live action with Wilson on an important ride. Setting up that big top turn wrap. Kicks it off in a solid way. Drills it again. He's looking solid at the inside corner. Lofty float's going to tangle him up. He's chasing a 4.17 there, Potts. Round 2 and a challenging decision against a wild card, Maxime Husino. Watching this now. Lacomare. Nice healthy arc in the pocket to start. Swings back into the pocket on the second move. Quick fade. Now he's just gunning down the line. There's the float. He missed on the wave before. This time he pulls it off. More pressure on Wilson. Not enough on his last of 4-5 to get his lead. Here comes Julian again. Julian wrapping that first section. Another carve. The water staying real full out the back here. Series of horizontal front side turns. He's got a little room to coil up and tags the finish.
Well,
like he did 2 Pots. I think it's going to come down to Julian's wave.
Let's have a look at Julian's last ride as well. So just basic transition moves, just trying to weave, get through this inside section and set it up. Here we go. Now he goes for it. And I'll tell you what, just pretty critical turn there at the end, but is it going to be enough? Did he do enough work through that wave? I thought his last wave maybe was better at a 4.50. 2 solid maneuvers. So I've got a funny feeling it's coming down to Marc's last ride, needing a 5.01.
Lacomare turns in a 7.27 on the left, gets the lead off Julian. Now Wilson left chasing the 6.78. Numbers lock in. Wilson up 5.73, not enough. And Julian suffers his first ever round 2 loss in his career at the Quiksilver Pro France and his first round 2 exit of 2017.
Wow, well that's that round 2 for you. You just cannot afford to be in it if you're going for a world title, because you've got these wildcard guys that aren't scared of you. They want to take you down. That's exactly what happened right there, Marc Lacomare.